Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sauce Builds a Base. Episode 1, it's not really another episode, but hey, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to build what I consider to be the greatest base ever designed. It takes both components of an above ground base where you have vision, the ability to see people approaching, all that kind of stuff is where zombies are at, and the underground base benefits, which are being hidden, harder to break into, and kind of mashes them together. Kind of got a request here from someone, KO, wanted to see how it was done from the start. And so, first of all, you want to find a lake of appropriate size. This is honestly borderline for me. If I were in a PvP setting, I probably wouldn't use it except for if I absolutely had to. But given the nature of the random gens, it took me 45 minutes just to find this particular size lake. I honestly would want something much larger, but this will work for what we're doing here. And then you want to kind of go under the water. And you want to find a good point where you can. It's hard to explain what we're looking for, but you want to have where there's a large drop off immediately. So right here, obviously, you can see where the ground is just a step below. Ideally, you want something that's 2 steps below or 3 steps below from the actual ground. And usually with clay or dirt versus actual sand, just to make sure it's a little more durable and doesn't just fall over the moment you start knocking stuff out. So I'm probably going to come over here with it. Let's see here. And this will probably have to work. We don't really have much of a choice here. It drops off pretty quick, as you can see. Now, first of all, I'm in creative mode, so I do have the benefit of being able to do this stuff. Let's see if we can get better quality. Now, when I build these, I usually do them with shovels and pickaxes. I don't use auger a whole lot, just because of the issue of people being able to hear it from such a great distance. But again, for these purposes, it's not a big deal. I'm going to adjust my audio. Okay, so we want to get this lined up as best we can, and you want to do just about 1 block away. So we are just like 1 block away from water here. And then we will go ahead and dig straight down after we put fuel in. Now, on mine, I am going with digging straight to bedrock. You can do it however you want to, but I suggest doing straight to bedrock. And the reason is because once they get that far down going through a water tunnel, they're going to basically be dying by the time they get there. They won't be able to really do anything. They can start hitting the doors or whatever they want to do, but when you're taking damage like that, you're not going to survive for long. You have to go back up. And realistically, plus you might find some metals on the way down. But realistically, they're not going to be able to do much, because if they come all the way down and start taking damage, just trying to get all the way back up, they're probably going to die. So be prepared to find random bags and stuff. Now, normally you have to use frames to get back up and out to check which direction, but I can fly in creative mode. So you always want to carry frames. That's something I always push on to people. Make sure you have frames on you at all times, especially on PvP servers. You never know when they're going to come in handy. Oop, clipping. Okay. So we know the water is that way. And we want to dig under the water. Now, honestly, I usually put mine just one above bedrock, so I can still put stuff on the bottom for different types of flooring, just for the overall appearance. It's not really necessary. Nobody can dig under bedrock. But if you like to have the floor look at least halfway decent, that's a good thing to think about. Alright, now that we've got that basically in place, then we want to place a door. So hopefully you've got a door ready to go, and ideally you want to use vault doors. Reason is it's the strongest door in the game. And you want to make sure it's placed not like this. You want it placed so it swings inward. Like so. And the reason is, when you place the door, if you have it swinging outward, there'll be a small air pocket right here where someone can crouch down and breathe. If you place it like this, the water will go straight over the top of the door. Get some concrete. Okay, place that like so. And then you want to come back up. Now, one thing that you want to do when you're doing all this, don't place ladders, just use wood frames the whole time. Make sure you make stone, and that's very easy. Just go to your inventory. If you've been digging up stone, you're going to have everything you need, and you can craft stone. Just boom. Obviously, it takes a while, so you want to be crafting as you're digging, but again, we are in creative mode here. And I usually put like this. One stone there. One dirt there. Eventually the grass will grow back over it. And we know that the direction for it is right here. And this is where the shovel comes in handy. I've never seen that before. Okay, well apparently it's not wanting to do it, so this is different. But another way you can go about this is, again, if you have your frames and everything, just drop a couple levels below and dig outward. Alright, now we should have that in place now. Another thing is you want to make sure you have a bucket. And you start filling it back in. Pulling the water from around the surrounding area, but not directly nearby. Now this could be an isolated incident, but nothing like this has happened to me when I played on an online server. I don't know if it's because this is acting different because it's creative mode. But as you can see, it is starting to slowly fill in. See, it's acting very strangely. Let's try filling in some of these spots with some dirt. Maybe some stone. I've literally never seen this happen. That is so odd. Honestly, I think it's just glitched out. So if you have that issue, let me know, and I'll see if I can work on fixing it. But I've never seen this happen before. I think it's just an issue with creative mode or single player mode. There we go. Alright, so now the next part of this obviously is going to be building the underwater tower. Now this is probably the hardest part of all of it, and it takes a large amount of patience and timing. So what you want to do is you want to kind of line yourself up with wherever your area is going to be at, and you want to build it as far away as possible at the deepest point in the water, which is looking like it's going to be right here. And we have to do something that Murder calls edging, because you basically have to bob up and down on the water. So we're going to come down here, we're going to lay down. Oop. Well, apparently that's just going to stay there. But again, these are issues I've not encountered in servers online. I think it's just an issue with single player. Normally you can actually pick up the frames after you've placed them. And see, it says I'm drowning already, so you're going to want to probably bring some health packs with you. And actually, you want to put down the first layer in concrete like this. I'll need wood. As you can see, I'm taking damage, but I'm in creative mode. So just for the effect of having this done faster, I'm going to just deal with the drowning thing. You obviously will not be able to if you're doing this in a real PvP server or PvE server, which this kind of base isn't necessary for PvE, to be honest with you. This is pretty much designed for PvP. Alright. And basically you come down, place 4 or 5 blocks, go up. Come down, place 4 or 5 blocks, come up. It's a pretty long process, but so worth it once it's done. Okay. Get your floor in place. And then you want iron bars. I'm not even in the creative mode. Well, apparently, according to NL Warrior here, I took solid frames. That was a problem. So that's my bad. I don't ever go into creative mode, so I don't know the difference between stuff. Place them like so. So if you're doing this in creative mode, don't take solid rebar. Okay, there's that. Let's see if I need to. Oh, shit. Now the hardest part of all this is the last part. And this is what I do. Down in here, place, 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 place. I'll leave one hole, like so. Reinforce everything. That way I have an escape just in case something goes wrong. And then let's get just standard wood frames here for this one. There we go. Standard wood frames. You want to have an empty bucket, which I clearly don't have. You want to get in the corner, place the frame, hold E, step into it, and start bucketing the water out. And once you've got the water out so you can safely breathe, go ahead and place the final block. Seal it up. There we go. And now you have a completely enclosed tower. All you have to do is dig out this right here. And I didn't dig it properly. You want to dig all the way down, same as before. I just wanted the way out. Now if you do that properly, you'll be able to dig it a tunnel all the way to bedrock down, and then dig a tunnel over to where your base is going to be located at. And that way you'll have both interconnected. You can set up all your rooms down below. Again, these kind of things like this with the water rushing, I've never seen in an actual build on a live server. I can only assume it has something to do with single player, but this base is not designed for single player. The design is for PvP. And to kind of give you another idea of what it's supposed to look like when you're inside of here. The idea is that you're down inside of this thing, you're down inside your base rather. Get back in here. You're inside your base, you hear something outside, zombie, player, whatever it is. Normally in an underground base you have no vision. And so you don't know what's going on outside. Someone could be waiting outside your door for all you know. With this, you can actually come out here, sniper rifle or whatever your gun of choice is, and you can take a look around, you can shoot, and you can damage. Get a rocket launcher and show you. Hopefully I don't blow myself up. I haven't tested a rocket launcher in here yet, so we'll find out if this works. Wow. Basically, single player is not going to be kind to this base. I'll actually cut a video right after I get done putting this one up that'll actually show you the live product I made of the underground base on a PvP server. So that's this part. Look out for the part 2 that shows you the actual built base on a PvP server. Will be up just after this one. If you guys want to go ahead and see me doing other things in 7 days or other games, follow me on Twitch at FFAwesomeSauce on Twitter, twitch.tv/ffawesomesauce for Twitch. And thank you guys.